You wake up at 2 in the morning and your cat is just sitting there, perfectly still, eyes wide open, locked onto the darkness across the room, not meowing, not asking for food, not doing anything that makes obvious sense. And you probably just rolled over and went back to sleep thinking, weird cat. But here's what nobody tells you. That moment wasn't random. Your cat wasn't being strange. Your cat was working. Most people genuinely believe cats are independent creatures who simply don't care what happens to you at night. That belief is completely wrong, and the science behind why it's wrong will change how you see your cat forever. Stay with me because I'm about to walk you through 8 specific behaviors your cat shows at night, and every single one of them means the same thing. Your cat is guarding you while you sleep. Let's start with something you can test tonight without doing anything special. The next time your cat settles down near you before bed, don't just notice where they are. Notice which direction their face is pointing. Because a cat that takes on a guardian role almost never faces the wall, almost never faces the window, and almost never faces you directly. They face the door. This is not a coincidence, and it's not about finding a comfortable angle. It's an ancient strategy that has been hardwired into the feline nervous system over millions of years of evolution. Cats are solitary hunters by nature. Their protective instincts aren't barking or charging at a threat. They're built on silent, invisible control of the surrounding space. And here's the thing most people don't realize. A cat never fully shuts off during sleep. Their nervous system keeps processing sounds and scents in the background continuously. So facing the door gives them maximum sensory coverage and minimum reaction time if anything enters. What makes this even more fascinating is that it has nothing to do with breed or size. It depends almost entirely on how strong the bond is between the cat and the owner. The stronger the bond, the more consistently they position themselves this way. Watch your cat tonight. If their face is toward the door while they rest, they're already on duty. And because that monitoring instinct runs all night, it also follows you when you leave the room. Think about the last time you got up at 3 in the morning for a glass of water. You tried to be quiet, lights off, moving carefully. And a few seconds later, you heard that faint patting of paws behind you. Your cat was just there, not meowing, not demanding anything, just walking beside you through the dark house. Most people assume it's curiosity or light sleeping, but if it happens every single night, regardless of whether their food bowl is empty or whether you made any noise at all, you're seeing something completely different. At night, your cat views the home as secured territory that must be monitored. When you leave the bedroom, you've stepped outside the safety perimeter, and their instinct won't allow them to leave you alone in a dark, unmonitored part of the house. That nighttime escort is one of the most honest signals a cat will ever give you, and most owners never recognize it for what it is. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. You might have noticed that your cat sometimes bolts upright in the middle of the night, swivels their ears in 2 different directions, and locks onto a spot in the room. You listen. You hear nothing. Total silence. But here's the reality, your cat heard something you never could. A cat's hearing can detect frequencies from 48 Hz all the way up to 85 kHz. Humans max out around 20 kHz, and dogs don't even reach where cats start on the upper end. On top of that, a cat's ears can rotate 180 degrees independently of each other, giving them the ability to pinpoint a sound's exact location with extraordinary accuracy. And the most impressive part? The vast majority of this work happens without any visible reaction from them at all. They hear something behind a wall, analyze it in under 2 seconds, determine it isn't a real threat, and put their head back down. You slept through the whole thing. This happens dozens of times a night. The only time you see a visible response is when they've already filtered out dozens of signals and identified one specific thing as genuinely worth your attention. That level of discipline, honestly, is something most people don't associate with cats. But that's not the full picture yet. Because before any of that nighttime monitoring even begins, your cat has already run a full inspection of the house. You've probably seen this without ever understanding what you were watching. Before settling down for the night, they walk the perimeter of the room. They sniff the corners, check the window ledge, approach the threshold of the door, and circle back around. Only after completing the entire sequence do they finally lie down. This is a pre-sleep perimeter check. It mirrors exactly what a solitary hunter in the wild would do before allowing themselves to rest, because resting without first verifying the environment is a vulnerability no serious predator accepts. Watch the sequence closely next time. They always check the low points and corners first, then the doors and windows, and only at the very end do they come to rest next to you. They inspect the whole house, confirm it's safe, and then settle in beside you, not the other way around. And where they settle matters just as much as when. A cat with a strong protective instinct will never choose a random cozy corner. They choose the spot in the room that gives them the best possible field of vision, a spot where they can see the door, the window, and you all at the same time. Behaviorists call this tactical positioning. One location, total control over the entire space. What's remarkable is that this behavior is completely adaptive. If you move to a new home or rearrange your furniture, a protective cat won't just find the softest cushion and call it a night. They will scout the new space methodically until they find the new optimal vantage point. They aren't attached to a specific spot on the floor. They're attached to a principle. I must be able to see everything that could affect you. Here's a detail that almost nobody catches, and once you see it, you'll notice it every single night from this point forward. Pay attention to which direction your cat's nose is pointed when they sleep. Not their body, specifically their nose. A cat that is guarding you will point their nose toward the door, the hallway, or the window, not toward you.
Not toward the wall, toward the entry point. This is because even during sleep, a cat's sense of smell operates continuously in the background, analyzing the air for any chemical changes, any unfamiliar scent, any molecule that doesn't belong. Pointing their nose toward the entry point means they get a warning before any other sense even activates. It's an early detection system running silently all night long. And there's one more layer to this. When a cat sleeps facing the door with their back toward you, they are physically placing themselves between you and the entrance, a 10-pound animal creating a deliberate barrier. It might sound symbolic, but it is entirely intentional. Draw an imaginary line from your cat's nose the next time they sleep near you. That line will almost certainly point directly at a door or window. Check it for yourself. Now, everything I've described so far, the positioning, the perimeter checks, the constant acoustic monitoring, all of it builds toward the most important sign on this entire list. This is the one that genuinely separates a cat acting on instinct from a cat that is consciously thinking about you. Your cat wakes you up gently, not with a loud cry, even though they absolutely could. Not by jumping on your chest, even though that would be faster. Not with any kind of panic. Instead, they use a soft tap of a paw with no claws extended, a quiet purr close to your face, a nose pressed lightly against your hand. Sometimes they just sit close and wait for you to sense them and wake up on your own. To do this, a cat has to consciously suppress their own alarm instinct, which is screaming at them to act immediately and loudly. They override that instinct because somewhere in that feline brain is a clear understanding. A sudden jarring wake-up will frighten you, and they don't want to frighten you. They want to warn you. That requires self-control. That requires empathy. That requires an understanding of your emotional state that we rarely credit cats with having. A cat that wakes you this gently isn't just reacting. They are making a conscious choice about how to communicate with you in a way that protects your well-being even in the middle of an alert. And this happens because they have been watching over you all night.
every night.
While you slept, they cleared the perimeter, took their tactical position, filtered dozens of sounds, and made hundreds of small decisions. All so your sleep stayed undisturbed, because that is the role they chose. Nobody assigned it to them. There is no reward system, no treats waiting in the morning. They do it simply because you are their person. So here's what all of this comes down to. Feline independence is not indifference. Behind it is something quieter, something most people spend years living with a cat and never fully recognize. A voluntary, consistent, deeply personal devotion. The 8 signs we covered today are not coincidences. Each one is driven by evolutionary logic, a protective instinct, and a choice your cat makes over and over again for you. They sleep facing the door. They escort you through the dark house. They run a security check before resting. And when something feels wrong, they wake you up as gently as possible because they care about how you feel. Now, I want to hear from you. Has your cat ever woken you up in the middle of the night in a way that seemed intentional?
Drop your story in the comments below because I genuinely want to read them. If this video changed how you see your cat even a little bit, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss what we put out next. Your cat has been showing up for you every single night. The least we can do is finally notice.